Alright, suss this out. Years ago, there was a panel beater in Elizabeth Street, off Elizabeth Street in Devonport, by the name of Alastaire Harris. I think he's passed now. I was a bit of a rat bag back then. I can't remember what denomination of church he belonged to, but I remember I wasn't allowed to eat lunch with him. I had to go off the property to eat lunch because I wasn't a member of his church. I worked for him for a while, panel beating, and I wasn't allowed to bring a mobile phone onto the property. Like, no way. Which didn't really bother me. I've never really been into them. But yeah, it was funny because I pulled my lunch out and he's like, "Sorry, I can't eat with you unless you're a member of my church, and you have to be a member of my church first. So you have to go off the property to eat." It spun me out a bit. I get it now. But I can't remember what denomination of church he was with, and geez, I'd love to know. Because like, we're talking, God, 25, 26 years ago. Now, he told me, and the reason why I couldn't have a phone on the property, I wasn't allowed to use one, he had a landline connected phone. Mobile phones were a no-no, the internet. And I remember him saying we're not allowed to use the internet. We don't use the internet because the internet opens the door to the fall of man, brings about the fall of mankind. I was thinking he was a bit cuckoo, but now listen to this. I've just googled it, and of course it came up with the AI overview. No single religion has an official dogma declaring the internet will cause the fall of mankind. However, love them howevers, various fundamentalist groups, specific Christian eschatological movements, and isolated communities have interpreted modern technology through the lens of apocalyptic prophecy. These interpretations often frame the internet as a tool for global surveillance, control, or the mark of the beast described in the book of Revelation. Now, this is a spin out considering the internet was so new to Australia then. It was fairly new. Mobile phones were, like, that was only just starting to become a popular thing where every man and his cat had one next door, Now remember, apocalyptic comes from the Greek term apocalypsis, which means revelation. Key perspectives on internet apocalypse. Christian dispensationalism. Many proponents of end times spit it out, boy. Theology interpret the rapid rise of digital connectivity and artificial intelligence as precursors to the Antichrist control. Verses like Daniel 12:14, which mentions knowledge increasing and people travelling. People go to and fro. Now we can go to and fro without leaving the couch. And Revelation 13, describing a global economic system, are frequently cited as evidence that the internet is the infrastructure for a coming global tyranny. It spins me out because that's been rattling around in my head. Yeah, it's 26 years or more. Like a long time ago. The closest, what am I now, 52? Yeah, about 25, 26 years ago to be. Oh, more. Probably about 27 years ago, close to 30. It's insane. Fundamentalist shunning. Communities like the Amish and certain ultra-Orthodox Jewish groups maintain strict prohibitions against the internet. Their concern is generally not that the internet will trigger an immediate physical apocalypse, but that it will undermine worthy traditions and cause the moral decay of spiritual collapse of their community by introducing foreign values. Not only that, we are meant to live by the toil of our hands and the sweat of our brow. Idle hands are the devil's playground, or devil's workshop. We'll either use them to dismantle things or to build things that we shouldn't. If we have nothing, if we're not doing God's work with them, the devil will get hold of them and do bad things. Modern doomsday movements. In the digital age, some individuals and informal groups have merged technological fears and apocalyptic rhetoric. This includes AI doomsaying, where the rise of superintelligent systems is discussed with religious fervour, mirroring traditional themes or judgment and salvation. Interpretive prophecy. Some niche ministries have suggested that biblical passages such as Isaiah 25:7, which refers to a web that is woven over all nations, are literal hidden references to the World Wide Web. These views are generally decentralised and represent individual or group interpretations rather than the official stance of major religious denominations, most of which view the internet as a neutral tool that can be used for either constructive or deconstructive purposes. I'm going to see if I can find out what church he was a member of. I have a funny feeling he might have even been a member of some Freemason group. Don't hold me to that, but I do know his Harris brothers still out Coiba way, straight, because he was related to them. Same Harris family. If anyone local sees this, whack a thing down there, because I don't even know how to get hold of anybody to find out. I would love to know. Actually, I think it would be prudent to not find out. Right, thanks. God bless.